Mark, and today I want to talk about some maybe questionable anti-smoking plans in the UK. Britain aims to be smoke-free by 2030, and e-cigarettes are their plan to help. However, not everyone is convinced of the British government's programme, because the UK government wants to give 1 million smokers in England free e-cigarettes to encourage them to quit tobacco. The goal is to make the country smoke-free by 2030, said the Ministry of Health in London. The government defines smoke-free as a smoking rate of less than 5%. The Swap to Stop program is to be flanked by other measures such as financial incentives for pregnant women to do without the fags. According to the information, almost every 10th woman in England currently smokes cigarettes during pregnancy. The government estimates the cost will be £45 million over 2 years. Who gets the free vapes? Well, when Westminster wants to put the question in the hands of the municipalities. These could supplement the program with local measures. Up to 2 out of 3 people who smoke their entire lives die from it, said Health Secretary Neil O'Brien in a ministry statement. Cigarettes are the only over-the-counter product that will kill you even if you use it properly, O'Brien said. Smoking is the most common cause of preventable diseases. Statistics show that 1 in 4 cancer deaths is due to smoking. Smokers should be informed about the dangers of smoking through personal advice and information in the packs. There should also be stricter action against the illegal sale of tobacco and e-cigarettes. Anti-tobacco organizations see the package of measures as insufficient. Without greater efforts, the goal of becoming smoke-free by 2030 will not be achieved. But switching to e-cigarettes is also controversial. The vapor from e-cigarettes also has addictive potential, as critics note. In Great Britain, around 9% of school children between the ages of 11 and 15 already smoke vape cigarettes. So e-cigarettes, also known as electronic cigarettes or vaping devices, contain nicotine, which is a highly addictive substance. Nicotine addiction can occur when e-cigarettes are used regularly and over a period of time, leading to dependence on nicotine. However, it's important to note that not everyone who uses e-cigarettes becomes addicted to nicotine, because there are some exceptions there. E-cigarettes are designed to deliver nicotine in a form that is aerosolized and inhaled, which can quickly reach the brain and create a pleasurable sensation. This pleasurable sensation can lead to repeated use, and over time, the brain can develop a dependence on nicotine, leading to addiction. E-cigarettes also come in various flavors, which can make them more appealing, especially to young people, and in this way increase the likelihood of addiction. Additionally, some e-cigarettes deliver nicotine in a more concentrated form than traditional cigarettes, which can increase the risk of addiction. E-cigarettes are also often used in a way that mimics the behavior of smoking, such as the hand-to-mouth gestures, which can reinforce the habit and the addiction. It's important to recognize that nicotine addiction is a serious health concern, and the use of e-cigarettes can lead to addiction, especially among vulnerable populations such as young people, but also pregnant women and individuals with a history of substance abuse. And everybody who's concerned about nicotine addiction, it's best to seek advice from a qualified healthcare professional. But I have to say, I'm a smoker myself, and I know that's why I know what I'm talking about, which was hell living in Britain, by the way. But even the extremely high prices for cigarettes in the UK didn't make me stop smoking. So that thing also didn't work. But it's quite some time ago that I switched from normal cigarettes to e-cigarettes. But I'm still addicted, of course. And I'm still smoking those e-cigarettes because I'm addicted to nicotine. That's the thing is, when you're a smoker, for quite some time you are addicted to nicotine. And on the point of the addiction, there for me is no difference between the normal cigarettes and the e-cigarettes. There's only one thing that is different from my personal point of view. I'm not a researcher and I haven't done a research with hundreds of thousands of people. The only thing is, smokers, be honest to yourself. If you smoked for several years, there will be the point where in the morning you will always get up coughing because of this smoker's cough. And you will have it after years of smoking. And that is the only thing that is gone just a few weeks after I switched to e-cigarettes. But e-cigarettes are maybe a little bit healthier because I feel healthier with my smoking than with the normal cigarettes, with the e-cigarette. But they are still completely unhealthy. They are completely making people addictive. I'm still addicted to nicotine. That's why I'm still smoking those things. But it is something that is definitely not healthy. So if you are not a smoker, don't touch an e-cigarette either. The normal ones and the e-cigarettes, if there's nicotine in them, they will make you addicted, at least in the long term, as I gave you the definition earlier. So hands off if you're not a smoker yet. And if you're a smoker, well, then from my personal point of view, the switch would be a good idea. But it didn't get me from smoking, but I feel better with an e-cigarettes than with normal cigarettes. I would feel a lot better if I would stop smoking. But an addiction is an addiction, not so easy to overcome. And with my current state, I talked about the obesity part yesterday, with my current state, with the troubles from long COVID I have, with the weight gain, if I would stop smoking now as well, then probably I wouldn't fit in this chair anymore, and it doesn't have any arm thingies here or whatever. So, but one other thing, if you are a normal smoker, want to switch, be very careful which one you take. The vape ones with the liquids, that they are the reason why I didn't switch years ago, because from those I always got a terrible headache and I was coughing like hell. So I can't cope with those. And then finally the other ones came out with the sticks like IQOS, which I tried then, but I left IQOS again because those things are extremely expensive and they always broke. And in the end now I'm testing Glow now. That's their competitor. And I'm not getting paid for anything here. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you my personal experience. They are much cheaper, so if one of these breaks, it's much easier to switch them. But all the ones I have are still working. But the IQOS ones, whenever the warranty was over, I probably got in trouble with them. And I paid 80 quid for them every time. They are cheaper now. And they are selling a lot of refurbished ones because they probably got so many broken ones back. But I'm not buying IQOS again. But if I ever make a video on e-cigarettes and the law in the UK again, I'll tell you how it went with the Glow. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.